Cobb County police say a shooting prompted a code red lockdown at Lindley Middle School. That is where we find our Cody Alcorn live for us tonight. So Cody, what have you learned since you just arrived on scene there?
Well, Faith and Jennifer, still a very active scene here at Lindley Middle School. I'll step out of the way. You can see Cobb County police on the scene along with Cobb County School Police. They are actually escorting students and faculty still out of the school here. Of course, the last bell rings around 4:15, but school was interrupted with that code red alert just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. The school going on that lockdown after apparently a student shot themselves inside the school. Now, these are 6th to 8th graders here, 11 to 13 years old, about 1,000 kids in this school. I talked to a parent, as you can imagine, many of them running to this school. One parent parked down the street here on Veterans Memorial Highway, running to make sure her child was okay. Again, there is no threat to the public here. This does appear to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but tragedy is happening at this school, though, as you can imagine, parents frantic. Now the question is, how did this student get this gun and bring it here to school? So that will be a question now that we will work to try to get a very active scene here as parents are still picking up their students. They are actually meeting their students right down the street at a church there. That's a reunification space for those parents wanting to pick up their kids this afternoon. Of course, a lot more questions to get answered. We don't have an update at this point on the young person's condition. At last check, they were in critical condition. Again, that's just outside of Mableton. We'll have much more coming up in the 6 o'clock hour.